This country must be awake because of the changing political dynamics. 2 days ago, when plainclothes officers went to demolish a structure that is belonging to the city preacher Margaret Wanjiru, the day and for the last 2 days, bloggers across political divide have been sharing vitriol videos about how hitting Margaret Wanjiru, the woman who campaigned for William Ruto, seems to be good because we have really, our sight have been narrowed by mere politics of revenge. And they want to make it very simplistic, that those who supported Raila Odinga believe that it is politically right for the rights of the city preacher to be infringed because she supported William Ruto. And I listened to this video when Margaret Wanjiru spoke about that incident, even cursing the president on this matter.
Now let me tell you something. My president and my deputy president, from today, this Margaret Wanjiru that was beaten, my clothes lifted up, but by young men who are police security agents, they touched my thighs, me, a woman of God. I want to make a very sweet promise to you. Believe you me, you will look for me. You went for Benny Hinn in America. For me, you will look for me, and I'm not moving and I'm not going anywhere. I will be here. You have started a fight that you cannot fight. This one is in the heavenlies. We have lived with this community parking all these years. We have never fought. You are using the MD railways. I pity his family. Because as I cried yesterday and today, even his family plus yours are not exempted. My tears will pay. We are hurting. We are bleeding. But behold, Isaiah 61 anointing stands. Jehovah God healeth the brokenhearted. We are disappointed with the Kenya Kwanza government. Extremely disappointed. I was one of the founding members of UDA. I campaigned 2 years straight when others came to just steal what I had worked for. Yet, I let go. I've loved you, my president. I've loved you, my deputy president. I've loved your family. When you call, I obey, I answer. I've never disrespected or disregarded you. I've always loved you, prayed for you, and blessed you. But behold, from this day, take it from this altar, tables are turning. Thank you. I'm done. To the men and women of God that came to stand with me, thank you very much. I want the church to learn if this can be done to Bishop Margaret Wanjiru. What are you guys waiting for? Who is next? Who is next? If this can be done to me, who is next? If right now I don't even have my phone, they are busy investigating it. Who is next? And let me make it clear. Mr. President and Deputy President, I have never worked with these things. If it was a car accident, I would not even complain. But to be beaten by security, your or our security agencies, and now I'm in clutches. I'll count the steps that I will walk, and somebody will pay for every single step. I think it's time that some people in this nation understand that there is God. Not God of hypocrisy, not God of jokes, but real God. And God has his servants in this nation. A people that he has his hands on them. If anything happens to me, or my children, if we get hurt, or any of our other properties get hurt, because right now your security agencies are constructing a wall. They are land grabbing right in front of our eyes. If my children get hurt or I get hurt, I will squarely put that blame on you. And if I die or they die,
and the social media team have emerged with all sorts of video reminding Margaret Wanjiru that it is fine on how she actually campaigned for William Ruto. And there are a collection of these videos that has emerged, them, you know, saying the way, you know, some of the few things that she did. She said about the president.
Kwa kumalizia, miaka nyingi wamama mumekuwa flower girls. Flower girls. Flower girls. Kudance dance tu. Mukimaliza kudance, hakuna kitu, hata hakuna handkerchief ka kupanguza jasho. Wacheni tusimame na kiongozi mwenye anaheshimu wa mama, anaheshimu wa baba, anaheshimu vijana wetu. Tusimame na kiongozi mwenye ambao anatuheshimu sisi. Hii kiti ya rais wa 5 haihitaji watu wavivu, haihitaji watu wanaenda retire, inahitaji mtu mwenye nguvu. Hii sio kitu ya kupatia mtu ambaye atalala kwa kazi. Hatutaki mtu wa kulala Harambee House ama kwenda kulala pale State House. Tunataka mtu wa kazi.
William Ruto umefanya kitu ya maana kabisa. Wakati Ruto alikuwa anafanya campaign, alikuwa anaenda kwa kanisa, pamoja 2 milioni, 3 milioni. Azikuwa bure. Ama kupewa bure. Sasa William Ruto anataka. Ruto venye Songa amesema, ukisikia pasta ni Kamau, pomoa kanisa yake. Ukisikia Njuguna, pomoa kanisa yake. Ukisikia huyu mwenye amechukua mkono yake akaingiza Joana, pomoa pasta kanisa Joana. Baka pasta Gasagwa. Ninafaa ukweli ya Mungu tuheshimu wa Kisii. Wewe kitambo uzaliwe, usisikia mkisii hizo hakuna. Mwenye alikuwa anakuja na imbarambamba, wakampiga kichwa, enda chini. So William Ruto pomoa kanisa. Huyo mama aliambia Raila Odinga, Raila ni mchawi. Bas. William Ruto, bas. Ruto ni mganga. Pomoa. Walitusi Raila Odinga. Wakasema serikali ya William Ruto ni ya Mungu. So Mungu amechukua kanisa yake. Walisema si uchawi, ni maombi. So Ruto anafanya kazi nzuri. Mimi na kusupport. Pomoa kanisa. Juu tunajua hakuna kanisa yoyote yenye Ruto alienda Nyanza akawacha pesa, hakuna. Hakuna. So fanya kazi yako. Pomoa. Siku hizi kitabu waganga walikuwa wengi. Hakuna waganga.
Haya, niliona mzee ameenda kanisani Jumapili. Alienda kanisani Jumapili. Kaangalia, nikaona wenye wamempangia aende kanisani. Kaenda kanisani Jumapili. Kaambiwa ati ameokoka. May I remind you, alikuja Jiam miaka kadhaa iliyopita na akaokoka tena. Sasa sijui ingine aliokoka ndio real ama ile ya kwanza ndio real. Hii uongo hawa watu wawache. Wokovu sio mdomo, wokovu ni roho. Kama umeokoka, hata ile roho iko ndani yako, it will witness, itakubaliana na roho iliyo ndani ya watu wa Mungu na watajua huyu ameokoka.
I understand yesterday, after the speech by Margaret Wanjiru, Rachel Ruto reached personally to Margaret Wanjiru on the issue of the bishop cursing the family, the president's family. And I think people in the spiritual realm say that subscribe to the spiritual realm saying, si vizuri mtu wa Mungu kukulilia. That notwithstanding. However, there was another school of thought that the fact that our clergy made a big mistake in the last general election, are they the ones that is being punished, or that is also what is exposing William Ruto? And people, and the next morning, and that is why I want us to be, the country need to be very vigilant. Because the next morning, Ng'ang'a was in the headline because Neno Evangelism Church, that land where that church is sitting, was also at the headlines by EACC looking to take over, or rather on allegedly grabbing of the same land. And I was just speaking to some gentleman this evening who was telling me that, Kevin, this is not the right thing. And as much as people might think that it is in order because it is Margaret Wanjiru or because it is Ng'ang'a, but the bigger picture here is that if for the last 17 months since Kenya Kwanza took power, this issue of injustice, or rather such breaching of other people's rights, have been a new normal for the administration. And people should not single out Margaret because Margaret supported UDA. In real sense, the public is actually supporting atrocity meted against a former friend, a friend to the president. But about next, if it will be you. It is about time the country looks at matter case by case. You know, like for now, no one has questioned whether the land issue that is between Kenya Railway and Margaret Wanjiru, the merit of the case, or what exactly is at stake. And the whole country has been engulfed in a political revenge scheme that it is right. Is it right? That's the question that people need to answer. We need to rise above the patronage politics of it is Wanjiru. You know. And so, this is happening at a time there is a political ceasefire between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. And that political ceasefire points out a possibility that more are coming on the way. Before we look at that, I want to say Happy International Women's Day to close to 35,000 subscribers who are women in this channel. In this channel, I have 45% of viewers here are women. If I check, I was just checking in the demographics are women, then we have 55 who are men. So on that, clearly like 35% of members of this channel are women. And I'm saying all the best to you. We support women. And I think even my charity program, I've been so supportive of women and children, if you realize. Even recently, my February project I did, I supported women. Last year, a couple of projects that we did, we also supported women. So I think, yeah, we also fill a gap. And thank you for the great women, the strong women that normally support us. Thank you, Rispa, for coffee. I didn't get back. I saw the call. Thank you. I received the coffee and many others. Asanteni sana. And without you, hata tungeletwa. Yes. So on behalf of myself, my family, my wife, and my mother, and my baby girl, because I also have a girl child. So that's also another woman in the making. Happy International Women to you. Now, the country need to be awake. And we need to be vigilant. Because the injustice wrapped in politics has actually narrowed our thinking that we can't see the injustice. Today, it is Margaret Wanjiru, it is Ng'ang'a. The other day it was Titus Hamala. It is everyone. So the country need to be vigilant because the injustice, we should not allow the politicians to blanket your eyes with politics. And what the common man must ask the question here is, if indeed those who were with William Ruto. That's why I played for you videos of how Margaret Wanjiru campaigned for William Ruto. To say the truth, Margaret Wanjiru has a big following in this city, even through that church. The church network is one where you have loyal supporters, loyal fans, in being that she was actually a former Starehe member of parliament. So Margaret Wanjiru is not a pushover. If the woman who campaigned for President Ruto in UDA can go through that, the truth, and that is why the country needs to look beyond politics, that this injustice, or rather these atrocities, do not know whether you are in Kenya Kwanza or Azimio la Umoja. And it's a pointer to the common man. How about you? I even had Margaret asking, how about you? Number 3, with Ruto and Raila closing ranks, things will get more harder for people, because there is little resistance from, the face of resistance is the opposition. Just when that happened, I was having a chit chat, and I was telling someone who works with the Wiper team, and I was telling them, if Kalonzo wants to be the president, I was just making a joke. If Kalonzo wants to be the president, Kalonzo Musyoka should be the first person to arrive in that place. Show solidarity with that preacher. Because what will that happen? If Kalonzo is Ruto's opponent, and the opponent has already gone there and is speaking to the people, he has gotten some visibility. And I was saying he needs to go and even confront those police officers there about the court order and all that. And he goes there with the whole camera, even if him being arrested. That's how he's going to make his name. That's it. So with the Raila and Ruto closing ranks, expect more. And that is why the country needs to be vigilant. Number 4, the church was part of the election. This is a wake-up call that they must be part of the revolution. If there is going to be a revolution about the country has to think about alternative leadership, the same way the church was used for election, they must also use that platform for the revolution. They must also speak truth to power. And Raila said that they should be speaking truth to power. Let's meet in the next. Thank you.